You know I always got good jeans on. That's my signature.
Do you?
Oh my god. You got to fucking tear apart my jeans?
I'm not.
My my
Your
fashion?
jeans are okay. Jeans are
Oh,
okay.
they're better than okay, but that's fine.
They're all right.
They're
Anyway, back to
definitely.
this.
Oh yeah.
No, not even. We will handle this another day.
Oh my
Um.
god. Well,
Okay.
so in
Let me
this
see
abandoned
if I have
house,
a story.
also, well, let me tell you a little bit more about this abandoned house. So there's a whole other dark corner by itself next to this boiler area, and you can tell somebody lives in there in that area, but they're never there when I've broken in, or not broken in, but when I've climbed in.
Yeah, broken in.
It's definitely not broken in. I didn't break anything to get in, at least not in that abandoned house specifically, um, but yeah, all right. Give me another story about being in the dark. I definitely don't like the dark. Also, the water though. So I feel like a lot of the reason I'm scared of the water, and this is probably a lot of people my age. I'm 30, and I grew up watching Are You Afraid of the Dark, which you probably never watched or heard of, right?
I've heard of it.
Okay. Well, it was really popular in the 90s, and my dad and I used to watch it on Saturday nights. And there was an episode that sticks with everybody that's around my age if they've seen this show, where these kids swim in this pool, and in the pool is haunted by this monster, and he's like a skull, he's like a skeleton, but he's covered in blood, and he's got like seaweed all over his body or something, and he likes to come out of the drains, and he'll come and get you,
Mm,
and that is just so terrifying. I remember being
come
in
out the
my I have a
drains.
oh yeah. No, that's seriously, it's still what I think about to this day. If I look at the deep end of a pool and stuff, like I don't even like to go swimming. It's not just because of that. I just don't like the water. The water freaks me out. I feel like there's always diseases in it, and my grandparents have this cool swamp by where they live in Florida that I used to go swimming in as a kid, and it scared the shit out of me. But I loved it because you could go snorkeling, and there was all these like
Not the swamp.
weird things that just like were yeah. Well, it was crazy because you know how there's tons of alligators in Florida. Well, like we didn't think about it as kids, but there were alligators swimming on the outside of these ropes that the lifeguards would set up. And you didn't even
Oh
think about it. You
no.
were just like, oh, I guess the gators just can't get past the ropes. But then when you go underwater, it's not like the ropes go down any further. They just float on top of the water like the deep end of a pool. And we used to go swimming there. And as I got
Oh
older, I
fuck
was like,
no.
dude, never again. Yeah, no way, man. So give me something. What you got for me before we end this conversation? We got like 5 minutes left.
Um, I don't. I don't think I have a. I mean, I have a. It's not a scary story, but so you know how you freak out in water, like when you feel like your feet not touching the bottom.
Ugh, yeah, no, I don't like that.
Okay, so our followers don't know, but I'm 4'11" over here, and
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
I literally every time I go to like a pool or the beach, I stand on my tippy toes. I can't help it. And I didn't notice that I was doing it, but I always stand on my tippy toes. And so when I was a kid, my mom used to force my sister to take me everywhere with her. Typical bigger sister, little sibling thing.
Yeah.
And she would leave me because she wanted to hang out with her friends at the pool. And she would tell me to stay in the shallow part and hold on to the edge because I didn't go to summer camp yet, so I didn't learn how to swim. And my mom does not like going to the pool because kids pee in the pool and it's dirty. So I went to the
Oh yeah, they
pool
do.
and I followed after my sister, and my dumbass drowned and had to be saved by a lifeguard.
What? You
So
drowned?
I drowned. I almost died that day because no
Oh
one
my
realized that I
god.
was drowning because I was so small that you couldn't see me. Like I couldn't, you know how like you can reach your arms out and like that's how people know you're drowning? It's because you can come up.
Sure.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
too small. I was way too small. I was like 60 pounds. I couldn't do anything but continued to drown. I don't know how they even knew I was under the water. So
Dude,
that is why I get so afraid when I go to the beach because I'm scared that I'm gonna drown.
you're gonna get washed away with the rest of the fishes.
Exactly. Exactly. I'm gonna be the next soul surfer.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna be like the king of the jellyfish.
That's fine
Like
with me.
you're about the same size. You guys kind of act the same way, you know, same
Yes,
type
I
of
am
movements.
stingy. I'm stingy.
Stingy. I'm stingy.
I'm stingy.
I'm stingy. Um, uh, man.
I don't
All
think
right.
I have any more like scary stories or like
Oh, I
okay,
have plenty, but I want to do a show of just our paranormal stories. By the way, the fact that you almost died that day is probably why you have a very thin veil around you and you're able to see things. Because some people who have near death experiences are are able to kind of see past the normal veil that everybody else is.
that
At
is
least that's my theory.
actually
I don't know.
true. That's actually kind of
Interesting.
true.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why.
Oh yeah.
But we also cannot forget that I'm vampire, so that's also a
I
reason.
I I never forget that you are vampire because you remind me
Yes.
every day
Yes, I am. I am vampire.
when we walk
Um
out into the sunlight.
I don't burn. That's a myth.
Sparkle.
That's I do not sparkle. That's
So what
also a
makes
myth.
you a vampire?
I can't tell you my secret.
You're gonna have to think of one, think of a reason, and then tell me tomorrow.
Excuse me, but we don't share secrets out here. You
Oh
will
my
never
god!
know what makes me vampire. Just
Until you
know,
did. Yeah.
yes. Because if I tell you, I will have to kill you. That right there
Yeah.
is
No,
not a lie. That's a
I
fact.
believe that. That is a fact among vampires.
I want to know a fear from our listeners. I want to know something. Please tell me a fear. If you're
Yeah.
afraid of the
Just
dark,
tell us
please let
anything.
me know.
Don't.
I don't want
Yeah.
to be the only one out here.
Don't be embarrassed. Like if you want to comment on YouTube and stuff, like we take this stuff seriously. I know like there's a lot of trolls on the internet or whatever, but we like getting involved with people and speaking with people about this kind of a thing. I think if we keep the world open minded and kind of talk about the things we're afraid of rather than repress it, the world could be a lot less stressful of a place. So
You know how
let
you can make something like your personality?
you can make something your personality. Can you elaborate?
Like, okay, you know how like the first thing I say when people introduce me is like, "Hi, I'm Donnie. I'm gay," right? I also say, "Hey, I'm Donnie and I'm afraid of the dark." I just need you guys to know that like right off the
Yeah,
bat.
I did know that right off the. You and I think probably in the first conversation we ever had, we talked about being afraid of the dark.
Yeah, I let that be known because why not? I'm not afraid to let people know that I'm afraid of the dark.
Oh yeah,
It makes
no,
a
because
good conversation starter. Like, why are you afraid of dark? 'Cause tell me why. I want to know.
yeah, no, I agree there. I think that's a good way to be. I like being upfront with people about everything. You can get to know me. I'm an open book pretty much in the first couple hours of meeting me.
That's true. I also think
Yeah.
that like a lot of people are like, oh well, if you say your fear and then like you practice it all the time, like you'll get over it. Like I used to have a fear of roller coasters, and I don't know how I actually got over it because I did not go like to the fair or anything like that often as a
Okay.
kid. But I don't always think like you'll get over it. Like sometimes like you'll just always be scared of it, and that's totally okay. I'm probably always going to be afraid of the dark.
Yeah, I will be too. The dark is just one of those primal things within humanity. We're always going to be have a little bit of a fear of it. Hey, we have somebody that called in. You mind if I play it?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, cool. All right.
I am absolutely terrified of being dragged by a horse. Like I've even taken precautions with my own
Oh,
saddle of getting stirrups that specifically have rubber bands on the outside. So if I do fall off and my foot is stuck, the rubber band will snap off and I'll be able to be let free and not get dragged around.
okay.
That's
Wow. So
smart.
that's my friend Liz from back home. We worked together in the barbershop. She rides horses, and wow, yeah, that that's a legitimate fear that I can't even imagine. And I know she's fallen before, uh, so that makes sense. Yeah, I didn't even think about stuff like that because I don't ride horses, but oh god, yeah, that's terrifying, dude.
That's actually really smart. That the thing that you do, just in case, like you do fall off. I don't think a lot of people would think to even do that.
Yeah, I don't know. I
I
don't know anything about riding horses, but is that like a common thing that people do?
fall like
Bec-
the rubber. I don't think so because
the rubber.
um
Okay.
at my camp that I went to, we were trained in riding horses all the time. And even at the church, we would ride the horses, and they never did any of that. I don't like even professional people. I think I've ever heard anyone say that method.
That's
I'm
yeah,
pretty
that
sure they
is really
just let
smart.
themselves get dragged.
Oh god, that I don't like that because like that's how people get paralyzed and stuff. Oh my god, yeah, I don't like
Wait,
that one bit,
you
dude.
watched? Have you watched Fear Factor?
Yeah,
There's an episode where they have to get dragged by a horse on the ground.
that's nope. I'd lose. I'd be like, I'm gonna walk away from that. Oh, we have another recording. Hold on, maybe she answered our question. Let's see.
It really is. They have stirrups that are made that have like the opening on the one side and you can attach rubber bands to it, but it is a really common thing. Not like common, but it does happen where people have fallen off and their foot gets stuck inside and they're basically being dragged by the horse because the horse can see you kind of, but they don't know what you are, so they'll just keep running because they're thinking that they're being chased.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. I know horses are really, really intelligent, but that's funny. Like they just assume they're being chased. Not funny, but I didn't. I never would have thought of that. Because I know horses have a really
Imagine you're
close connection with people.
dude, that means like while you're being dragged, you're like
Yeah.
it's like ripping through your clothes.
Oh my god.
What
Yeah.
the
No, thank you.
fuck?
Yeah. No, I'm good on that. Ugh. Ugh.
I still
I
want to
can't
ride
imagine
horses
like.
though. Can I ride horses with you, please? It's been a while.
Yeah, dude. Liz is really
Horses are
cool.
amazing.
She streams now too, and I don't know her streamer, her gamer tag or anything, but I would shout it out, and she's welcome to shout it out on this. Um, but yeah, really cool person. Um, I'm friends with her dad as well. He's a good dude. Um, you guys should totally ride horses
That's
together.
a good fucking share. That's a good share right
That
there
that's
because
a
I
very
would
good
have never
share.
thought.
Yeah.
Who else?
Yeah,
Who else wants to tell us their fear?
I got a buddy who's really afraid of dogs, like even super friendly dogs. Like he would like shake when he would come to my house to get haircuts because when he was younger, he was an older guy. He was like I think he was about like 15 years older than me, and we became buddies. He used to come see my band play, and I gave him guitar lessons and stuff. Really good dude. And he would like shake when he would see my dog, and my dog was super friendly. I had a dog named Bandit. He was a big husky, and yeah, all he wanted was attention from people. But he had gotten bit by a German Shepherd when he was a little kid. He got bit in the face, I think,
Oh damn.
and yeah, and ever since then he couldn't be around dogs at all. Like he just would he like you would see like his whole demeanor would change, and he would have his eyes on the dog the whole time. I felt bad, but I was such a dog person. I mean, I love dogs, but like I couldn't just lock the dog up, you know. So
That's true.
I would just give him a toy
I
and